Hello, Balloongami, and welcome back to the Balloongami podcast, episode 38. Now, there was supposed to be episode 38 coming out last week, but I was meant to upload it, but unfortunately, I've forgotten to upload it myself. So that's on my fault. So I do apologize for not uploading that video up on YouTube last week, and yeah, in this episode, we actually got a lot of things to get through, so I won't be mucking about or even mumbling about. So let's get straight into episode 38 of the Balloongami podcast. Now, in episode 38 of the Balloongami podcast, we have got the preview of the Premier Eels and the New Zealand Warriors. Um, Coming back here at Combank Stadium after a heavy defeat there against the Manly Warringah Seagulls at Brookvale Oval, aka 4 Points Park, and after failing trying to end Foz's undefeated streak, we are now coming back home now, and hopefully the Swarm without me, since I won't be coming to that match since it is on a Saturday, since I don't really have any time or have any space to really schedule my ticket to really go and join the Swarm on Saturday games, and it will be a little bit hard for me. Uh, yeah, so yeah, because you can't really muck about a person like me who lives quite a far distance away, and if I just keep on, yeah, just making these tickets here, from where I am, not on a Sunday, where where let's say for example, it's not on a Saturday and it's either on a Thursday and on a Friday night, then it will be extremely very hard for me, especially after finishing work. So yeah, so if there are people just questioning why, like, oh, where were you in the Swarm during Thursday, Friday, or even Saturday? Well, unfortunately, I can't be able to make any space. So I do apologize that I won't be able to attend any games during the Swarm, chanting the para chant and getting behind the boys. But I will be getting behind the boys and planning out a game plan to really just seeing on what they really need to do come up against the New Zealand Warriors, who have nearly lost against the Dolphins there at Henry Stadium, which it also used to be formerly called as Westpac Stadium, since now it's been rebranded now. So yeah. So going into round nine that we are in right now. Looking at the side here, as I'm going to share the screen right now. Oh, and also before we go, and before I share the screen here, people, I actually forgotten to actually mention, if you guys haven't like and subscribe to the podcast, please make sure to do that, and also follow our socials, especially on our Instagram, and especially on TikTok, and also make sure to also have a listen to us on both Apple Podcasts and also on Spotify. But other than that, with that out of the way and a little bit of a reach for the intro, let's finally get into the preview for round nine coming back at home. So as we got over here, people, so at fullback there we got Josh Papali there. The New Zealand Warriors there have Just give me a sec, people. Don't know why it's doing this now. Yep, that's much better. So Tane Tuapiki there is a fullback there. Unfortunately, Brian Kelly has not been dropped. Look, I get that you can't always pressurize like players like Jordan and Sam Ronnie to really make his debut back in there, and I know that he is coming back from a injury, so I do understand why Jason Rolls doesn't want to throw any players coming back from injury there to really just to make it any worse or to even potentially make it a career-ending injury. I know that's a little bit of a stretch there, but we have seen in the past where Hayes done so during pre-season, where he's just gone very unlucky with injuries there. I know that Stephen Miller there is also getting very unlucky with injuries as well, suffocating through the junior reps there. But I don't think he wants to happen to the same to Jordan, Sam, Ronnie, and also to Araz Nava, who has just extended a top 30 contract, which I am still um, just a little bit disappointed that he won't be coming back. I know that Brian Kelly can make some good moments there, where he can make some good tackles there, um, and he can make one big play there that can generate into points. But when it comes to silly errors there that he has shown, and especially poor defensive decisions there, like that, like those type of points there that we do concede, they just really cost us the momentum and also the game there as well. And yeah, it just makes things much more harder for us, and we just have to just to do the same thing and just to chase down points after points after points. So yeah, like we can't just keep on chasing down points where Brian Kelly, where he can do some good stuff, but if he's not going to just improve on his defense there, and if he's going to be very inconsistent on what he does, and like players like Araz Nava and Jordan Samrani are showing their great efforts there, then what's the point of keeping this bloke in here where he's not going to give us the results, and also will make us getting the results even much more harder. So yeah, so like I have seen some Premier's podcasters like the Talking Para. He has made a little bit of a controversial core in my opinion. Like he showed his stats in that, and I have seen his stats during the review, but those stats don't really just interest me. That he has the potential to really be a starter at wing. Or he has also said that, and I know that I do love the talking para, but he also did mention that maybe Brian Kelly has found his new place on the wing, which I hardly disagree, and he has found no home at all. And I just feel like that his IQ is just not the best. And with the experience that he has, he found his peak at the Gold Coast Titans, and I know that um he hasn't really like found his like true peak at the Titans, and I know that at Manly he wasn't that great either, but like man, like there's a reason why that the Gold Coast Titans have let him go, and I think this is one of the reasons why. Sure he sure he can make some good moments in there, but when it comes to defensive decisions, like okay, he can make like two or three solid tackles there, and I know that Manly can possibly play like a passer, like how Luke Brooks was just making some incredible passes there, trying to find his wing, which he has done a very good job in that, but like still like he was relying on Will Penasine there, just to just to stop him, and Brian Kelly was just like was just overthinking his the decisions there, and there's not much that Will Penasine can really do other than making those solid tackles there. So hopefully that Brian Kelly can prove me can prove me wrong, and he can finally find that consistent effort in defense, and also just have a little much more common sense and uh, instinct when also coming to the defense there, ball security, and just making those big plays, but much more. So yeah, I really want to see um, that he's from his experience um, at at the Titans, but when you also put him outside of the Titans, that he can really just put the handbrake down. But we haven't seen that yet. So hopefully that he can really just get his discipline up, and that he can just wake up to himself. Because if he doesn't stay consistent, and if he does the same thing like last week, then I I don't see the point on keeping Brian Kelly on the wing. And like, if anybody wants to disagree with me, then okay, fine. But like, I just don't see why Brian Kelly is going to thrive at wing. Like, he is Morgan Harbour 2.0, and I don't think anybody who agrees with me can really disagree with that. So yeah, but anyways, moving on from Brian Kelly, we get into the halves there. Ronald Volkman with Mitchell Moses there once again. We do have Sean Russell pairing up there with Josh Adokar there once again. And we also got the four pack there. Luca Moretti there, which I am expecting him to possibly have his best ever game yet, since we have seen some late signs from him when he got in that late consolation try against the Seagulls, and I think he is going to have a massive game against the Wars here, and I think he is going to put out a couple more offloads, the same amount of offloads as he did against the Seagulls on Sunday. So let's see on how him and Riley Smith go. Junior Bolo, I'm expecting him to have some strong runs. Maybe throw out a couple of offloads, and I think that's the only thing that is lacking for him. He has not been the junior bowler as we all expect him to be, that offload master, and I think he really needs to find his inner offloadness. If you get what I mean, and I think during our training, I think some of the coaches really need to look back on how he really just he really just played his peak performance there in 2022, and when he just stopped doing those offloads there, like he really just fallen off a cliff there, and yeah, like he just wasn't himself there from last year, with the whole different style of play there from Jason Rolls. But I feel like that Junior Bolo really needs to get used to it, and that he really needs to bring back that offloading game. But don't really But I'm not saying that he should unnecessary offload the ball so many times, where he has done that in the past there. I think in 2023, where he has unnecessary offload the ball, and and it and it turned out to be a knock on. So yeah, but let's hope that Junior Bolo can be able to make those strong runs, and that he can be able to really just make those clever offloads, and just yeah, really push forward there, and to show that leadership there, as what Jack Williams is showing in defence there. So let's see on how he goes. I know that there is a lot of people saying that, oh, he is still done. It doesn't matter if he has any strong runs. We need to move on from Junior Bolo. We don't get a hype of just staying positive, like supporting him behind his back, and I get it. And I get the criticism that he is old, and that he is not the player on what he used to be. But what other forward, um, inexperience, the same as what he has done, can really just turn up to the challenge? Like Ticon Brown, okay, sure, but as, as I said before, like Jason Rolls, as he said in these previous press conferences, he has mentioned that he does not want to always throw young players and to always get more injuries, as every single game is especially Dylan Walker, which lucky enough he will be starting on the bench there, and we are very lucky that he is still injury free there. But who knows, like we could have some late changes there, maybe with Jordan Sam Riney there, which I hope he is a late inclusion there for Brian Kelly, or even Araz Nava there. So we shall see on how that goes on Saturday. So I am expecting a late change there. So yeah, let's hope that Jason Rolls can really have a little bit much more common sense when it comes to team selections there. So yeah, but I am very happy with our back edges there. Once again, Charlie Geimer, very good there. Got belted there from Takeo there from last week, and we all thought that he was going to be out, and maybe for this week, but thankfully he passed his HA there, along with Ronald Volkman there, and yeah, Jack Williams, defensively, very solid. Not too much to really say about him going into this match. Just 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 do on what you gotta do, and just make the solid tackles. So yeah, Jack DeBellin. Look, I think this is the best option moving forward. Just to really rotate that rotation there between him and Dylan Walker. And I think what Jack DeBellin really needs to do is to just make the tackles as we need to, and just don't make any stupid technique tackles that can lead to penalties, or even just slowing down the ruck there to really get six against there. So, like, as of always, like he needs to be fast in the ruck, because as we all know, um, that's the reason why, like um, he's not always good as a starter, but he can do the job. They're making us tackles there, and maybe can at least put in some effort there. But with his experience there, and just playing with the system, uh, as we got, he is not that skillful player, but in the role that he is playing, I don't think he really needs to be. So I think Jack DeBellin, I think he needs to do. I think he needs to just complete the simple stuff, and just don't do anything stupid, and just make sure that he keeps up with the pace of the ruck speed, and that's all I need to say about Jack DeBellin for this game plan. So yeah, um, I did forget to say the game plan about Volkman and Mitchell Moses. I mean, like, for Ronald Volkman, all he needs to do is to just make those runs there, and to really just make those tackles there, and just run with the ball more, and just do the same thing as what you have been doing in the last couple of our games. And yeah, just stay committed to your efforts there. And for Josh O'Carr, I think we need to pass the ball to him just a little bit more. I thought he was a little bit quiet against the Seagulls there last week, so I, I am ex- I'm expecting him just to possibly have the same performance as we did against the Wars there at Go Media Stadium there. So let's hope that he does that. Come up against Adam Pompey and Alo Fiana Kian Pereira. So yeah, they do have one of the best halfbacks in the competition at the moment. Tanner Boyd, Sharon Harris Tavita there can really have a good running game, and at least have some good short boards there, shifting out possibly on the right edge. I think he is good. I think he is good at, or I think he can be there, shifting it on either edge there. So that's something that Brian Kelly, I am hoping that he can be well aware of, and that the pressure and that the negativity doesn't get to him, and that he can just focus on just being very, very disciplined, and that he can just put in some common sense, and just commit to his efforts much more consistent as I want him to be. And if he can do that, maybe I might change my mind that okay, maybe I was a complete idiot for saying that talking para. Um, sorry, no. Sorry, no. Maybe I could be the idiot for disagreeing with talking para, that he said that th- this might be his new home on the wing, which, okay, sure. The stats may show that he may, but by the eye test, I don't think he is at the moment. So, yeah, until like he proves me wrong, then okay, sure. But anyways, enough with belting on against Brian Kelly there. Let's get onto the bench there. So talented Silver there. A very interesting interchange there, since he can play either role there. Just coming on onto the field there. Also with Riley Smith there, he has made some strong tackles there, but I do think that he really needs to work on his technique just a little bit more. And Saxon Price, like, he just needs to come on, and just to make those very good kick chases, and just to make those strong contact tackles there. Tony Mattielli there, he just needs to make those strong runs there, and just to really just drive it forward, and just to give us at least some good field position there, just to work with, and maybe with the space there, to uh, to give for Mitch Moses to at least work with on whatever play that might work well, and that could work easily for his edge plays there, and just at least get Ronald Volkman just involved there as well. So yeah, but for Dylan Walker, he really needs to make uh, those cleverly timed passes there out of dummy half, and just not do any of those silly passes as what he did, passing out there for Junior Bowler there, showing some impatience there. So I do feel like that he needs to be a little bit patient there when timing his passes there, and also his plays there. So look, not every high experienced athlete like Dylan Walker is going to be perfect every single game, and I'm sure he is getting old. But I mean, look, uh, he is still going good for us, and I will still prefer him coming off from the bench there and just making a great impact there when either Talon Silver there or either Riley Smith there are just getting tired there, just resting on there with the Waz strong big forward pack there, like your Kirk Capel there, who can play in the centres there. So we really need to be careful of that with a big body and also a Premiership experienced player like him. So they're going to have some big bodies there coming on the edge there, similar to how we were trying to stop players like Homoli Olakawati there, Takiawa there, Paseka, and it doesn't get any more harder than this. So it is going to be a very big challenge for us. But I think with the efforts there, and I think with some mistakes that we can be able to um, fill up with. I do think that we can be able to match the Wires forward pack there. We just need to be very fast paced because we know that the Wires are a very fit team and that they can be very patient there when pouncing at the right time and just getting those combinations right, and that they can just slice you on each edge, especially with Da- Dalen Telezi Zelezinak, who can score some very acrobatic tries there, along with Roger Tuvasek, who also has some great experience there. So, like, it's us just coming up with some great experience and also some very sharp, skillful, fast pace, and lethal weapons that the Wires have. But coming back at our home here, us as fans and also the Swarm really need to get behind the boys this week because the Wires aren't a joke team and they aren't your Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. So do not expect this to be a easy fight. So yeah, if we can start off pretty quick here, I do feel like that we just need to complete our sets here, and that we just need to have a good defensive sets, and just don't make any silly errors there, and just focus on our ball security there, and just get back on our line there, and just time our line speed there as what we have been doing there pretty good there in the first half against the Seagulls there. But I think with fatigue there, I think in the second half with some silly individual mistakes there, leading up to six again there. I do feel like that we need to work on that just a little bit more, just to at least make it easier for everyone else, just to stay in line there, and just to time our line speed correctly there. So yeah, I think that would be it there. For the bench there, we do have Kelmo Tuolangi and Lorenzo Talatona. If Ronald Volkman isn't really fully fit to face off against his former club, that I also forgot to mention. And also, Dylan Walker also faces off against his former club as well. There's also who else on the bench there? I can't really see Maratin Nirakore there. Luke McCarthy has been named on the extended interchange bench there, which is very interesting to see there. Um, the metric Vi Ma Mayuga has been a very good impact there, coming off from the bench there with Tanner Stowers Smith. And yeah, look, there are a couple of bench players that can make a really good impact there. But skillful wise, when you got Saxon Price, where not only he can just charge really hard, but he can just really just pinpoint with the chase on, and can really just put on some a massive amount of pressure there, no matter the challenge there. And Tony Mattielli there can really just drive it forward there, and can really just maybe get a couple of offloads there. And Talent De Silva can really make those strong tackles there, and can just really make some very good dummy half runs there as well. And you also got Dylan Walker as well also. But does Kelmo Tuolangi come come off the bench this time, as Jason Rolls did not pick him to come off the bench against his former club there. So let's see on how this goes. So this is going to be a very interesting uh, battle of the four pack if we can hold them off there. And if we can do that and just get our bench players on there and just win the first half, then I reckon once we rotate with our plays there, then I reckon we we can win this match. So yeah, so as I said, uh, start strong, and as we all know, do not chase down points. And I know that everybody knows that we are struggling to score first. So I'm hoping in this moment that we can just play simple, and that we can stay calm, and that we will not like hesitate or overthink in our backline defense there against acrobatic high athletes like, as I said, like Keon Per- Pereira there, and also DWZ there. So yeah, so let's see on how it goes there, and yeah, I'm hoping that the boys can be able to really hold off this very strong, scary, skillful, and lethal New Zealand Warriors side. So yeah, let's get into our predictions here, people. So I haven't really had any time to really make any to really make a mini preview on my TikTok. So I do apologize about that, but I will also maybe do it after this, maybe. But since we're doing the preview right now, I don't think I will do it. So yeah. So my first try scorer, I'm gonna say my first try scorer is going to be Josh Adokar. My anytime try scorer there is going to be Luca Mo Moretti, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that ooh, I will say that Josh Papali there will get a try assist, but my man of the match, I'm gonna say that. Hmm. I will say. I'm actually gonna say. Hmm. Man. Well, I think as I stated out on the Blungami Instagram podcast page, when I named Mitchell Moses as man of the match, a lot of people were questioning, saying that I think Mitchell Moses is carrying a injury, and that's I don't think that he is like that great as what he used to be, and I get that. But in my opinion, I feel like uh, as a captain, he really needs to really step up into this moment and to really just make that great and to really just make those great passes there that as we all know, just shifting out there on the right there and also on the left. And I feel like that if he can make Ronald Volkman there, just to run a little bit with the ball more, and that he can also just uh, combine with him much more, then I do feel like that Mitchell Moses can really just expose the Waz defense there and can really just get get Joshua Carr much more involved there, and that he can also leave Josh probably there, just trying to get the ball out there to Will Pansini there, to Brian Kelly. So let's see on how that goes, and if we can do that, then I reckon we will win this match here in a possible maybe one in a possible maybe just 13 plus, but I am going to stick by a 1 to 12 uh, win here. I'm going to say that we are going to be leveled here. Sorry, no. We are going to be up here. We are going to be up by, I'm going to say, 16 points to 12 at half time. And I'm going to say that we are going to win this match in a very tight contest here by, I'm going to say, I'm possibly going to say, I'm going to say 22 points to 18. So I'm going to say that we are just going to hold them off there by in a gritty win, but by starting off pretty strong. And I think this game in the second half will have that last minute down to the wire stuff, similar to how they were battling out there against the Dolphins there, and that's they were trying to get that winning try, which they did there with Tane Tuapiki, but I feel like that we would just hold off from Tane Tuapiki there in the last few seconds there on our right edge there, and that Brian Kelly and Will Pensini will hold him off, and that this will be Brian Kelly's best ever per performance and also consistent one yet. So that is my big bold call. So I'm hoping that I will be proven wrong, that Brian Kelly um, doesn't deserve to be dropped. Sorry, no, does deserve to be dropped. So I am hoping that I will be proven wrong, and let's see on how we go. So yeah, alrighty. So the second segment that we do have here, people, we is that on a, on our Instagram last week we have posted that Milky Jenkins has been rumored to join the Premier Eels, and in my opinion, like I have no idea where this rumor has come from. I have done my research on Zero Tackle there. That apparently that there has been some rival clubs circling around him since he is off contract at the end of the year, and I feel like that going after him, there has been some mixed reactions for us to pick him up. If if we do, which I don't think we are, since Ivan Cleary, as it did write here's a quote about trying to prepare a extension there for Milk Jenkins there, and he has quoted, if I can also get it up on my Instagram page. So he has said that. So he has said that we are working hard to keep him at the club, while also quoting, I think Milk came back to our club because he loves it here, and he has at least. And I will also share the screen here, people. So apologies about that. Okay, so share the screen right here, and there you go. So as you can see over here, as Ivan Cleary quoted, we are working hard to keep him at the club, where he has also quoted, I think Milk came back to our club because he loves it here. And he is at his best when he is with us. So let's hope we can sort something out. I'm not too sure if our chances are high, as yeah, like as I also said over here after he quoted, I also rip writing down saying that I am not too sure if our chances are high, which I don't think we have any chance of getting Tom Jenkins due to our culture issues and the leadership issues as well, and who is leading this team, which uh, which leader is really trying to thrive the thrive the players, and to try and embrace players outside of Parramatta to really be interested to join this roster, which this roster is not good enough to really grab any interest of any other players, especially players coming from Penrith, like Tom Jenkins. And plus, like the last time that he has left Penrith, going to Newcastle, he has failed miserably. Miserably. Sorry about that. But yeah, like he didn't really get any game time there, and I feel like that we were a little bit too late to really missed out on Tom Jenkins there, and yeah, like that just leads you. Sorry, that just leaves another question. Like, if Tom Jenkins is not the answer, do we try again to get Herbie Farnworth, or to even get even a Jake Averillo, as I also uh, uh, stated out while writing out this post? So yeah, and that's pretty much my quick thoughts on Tom Jenkins as a eel. But yeah, like, what's your thoughts, guys? Like, do you think that Tom Jenkins is really for real? Because I have also got some comments saying that he is overrated, because all he does is just basically just do the job, and just receive the ball when creating space for him. just to keep on getting those tries, to really just break that to really just break that to really just break that record, as he is consistently doing at the moment. And yeah, like, is there like any other skills like of like offloading wise, or any footwork? Well, I mean, he has been stopped before, I think, during the Bulldogs game. So um, there are um, there is a clear weakness that he can be exposed there. But I think with the players that support him, like Casey McLean there, and also your players are also like Paul Artemoni there, even Blaise Talungi there, can really just put out those passes there, and just combine um, with and can just really combine to really just string out those passes there, to really just create that space there for Tom Jenkins there. So yeah, uh, look, I don't think that we are going to sign him, and I don't know where this rumor has come from, and whoever has created this rumor in the first place um, is just completely just fake news. And if you're a Parramatta fan having higher hopes, will go look back on his recent career outside of Penrith, and look at his tries and the way that he is set up with the system that he is in. Also with the culture that Ivan Cleary has quoted, as I mentioned again. So yeah, that's all. That's all. That's all I need to say about Tom Jenkins there as an eel. So yeah, let's get into the to the next segment there. So yeah, let's get into the next one here, people. Um, so um, our next one that we do have after that, we also got the Let's We for Get post there. I do appreciate people just giving it great support there. As I create some posts there during Anzac Day there, as you can see over there, Mustafa Kemal Ataturk's quote there on the Anzac there, when I have passed away there in Turkey, as a half uh, as a Turkish person like myself. This is like a very important like post to really like post out, especially giving out my respects there to every Australian shou- uh, shoulder, and also and and also New Zealander who has marched along with our ancestors there during in 1915 at Gallipoli. So yeah, so here is the famous quote there. They shall grow not old as we are that left grow old. Age shall not worry them, and on and on. So yeah, but I think I am rambling on a little bit too much here. But you get the point here, people. But yeah, I do want to also shout out there to the corner post there for also taking a photo with myself there, and also letting me per case the 2026 Anzac jersey there. from the final Anzac jersey there, and I'm hoping to create more content there anytime soon. So hopefully that I will be coming back there. If there are any other Parma Eels newer newer jerseys there, or any other Parma merchandise that I can get a little quick discount there. But I do want to thank to the corner post there for also giving some support there, and to also send some love to the Instagram page there, as we are on 152 uh, uh, fo- followers there on Instagram there, and yeah. So is there any more that I have missed out? I am trying to think here, people. Let me just think. So we have talked. So we have done the preview here. On the Premier Eels and the New Zealand Warriors match, and so on. So that's pretty much my. So that's pretty much uh, episode 38 of the Blue podcast. I do apologize once again if I have started just a little bit, but look, I know there's a lot of people outside of the podcast saying that, look, do not worry about people judging you from your stutter. Just keep on working on yourself, and just keep on staying positive, which I am hoping that the boys will stay positive after those great and courageous uh, efforts there against the Manly Wild Winger Sea Eagles there. And yeah, but if you guys have enjoyed the podcast for episode 38, please make sure to go and give us sorry, no, to go and give the YouTube channel, should I say, sorry people, a like and share, and also make sure to get us on on a 100 subscribers there before the end of this year. And yeah, as I always say on every single episode on the Balloon podcast, go Para. Oh, and also make sure to follow all of our platforms there. Also on our Instagram, and also on TikTok, and make sure to give this a listen there. Also on Apple Podcasts, and also on Spotify. But take two, as I always say, on every single Balloon podcast episode, go Para.